are working on section 2.2 in our book, and 2.2 is dealing with using multiplication property of equality. And the multiplication property of equality simply states that as long as you multiply both things by the same amount, it keeps the equation in balance, or if you divide both sides by the same amount, it keeps the equation in balance. So you're going to hear the same questions that I was asking you on 2.1. You're going to hear those same questions over and over again tonight with the new questions added in. Okay? So we're going to start out here on some questions, and I'm just going to do some that I have picked out that are not necessarily in your book, and we'll use them as the examples because that gives an example of the ones you need to be able to deal with. So the first one that we're going to start off and we're going to look at simply says the following. And it's a solve, and notice that our instructions is that we're going to be solving. And it says that we have 3/6 x, and 3/6 x is going to be equal to 9. And we're going to solve this equation for x. And solving this equation for x, we're going to start off and go through the same questions we've been going through. Do we have any parentheses? No. Looking to the left of the equal, do you have any like terms? No. Okay. And it's fine to shake your head. That tells me if you know it or don't know it. So shake your head yes or no to the questions. Do we have any like terms to the right of the equal? No. What side is your variable on? It's on the left. The variable's on the left. Okay. Do you have anything, this is a new question, do you have anything added or subtracted from that variable? No. Okay, we got a problem. We said in the last class session that we could tell that we had solved the equation when we had variable equal to number or number equal to variable. Do I have just variable equal to number? No. I've got a 3/6 there, don't I? How is that 3/6 attached to that x? By multiplying. What is the opposite operation of multiplying? Division. So to undo multiplication, we will use division. Now be careful here. When you divide by a fraction, what do you do to it? You multiply the reciprocal. So I want to divide by 3/6. To divide by 3/6, I need to multiply by its reciprocal. What is the reciprocal of 3/6? 6/3. So I'm going to multiply this side by 6/3. And I'm going to multiply this side by 6/3. With me to there? And look at what happens here. 6 and 6 cancel to 1. 3 and 3 cancels to 1. And leaves me with 1x equals. Let's put this 9 over a 1. 3 into 9 is 3. 3 times 6 is 18. And I've got x is equal to 18. Now what should we do after we have solved a problem to be sure we have it? Check it. And we check it against what? The final equation or the original equation? So we're going to go back to our original. 3/6 times x was equal to 9. And to check it, what are we going to replace x with? That's right, 18. I heard somebody say it. And so I'm going to put the 18 over 1. 6 into 18 goes 3 times. 3 3s is 9. I get 9 equals 9. It checks. So I know my answer is 18. Questions? Okay. The next one we're going to look at is going to be the following problem. that I would like for us to look at tonight. And we're going to have 6x is equal to 42. Okay, we're going to go through the questions again, because the more times you hear the questions, the more you'll start thinking that way. Okay, the first question I have for you is, do I have any parentheses? No. Second question is, if I look to the left of the equal sign, do I have any like terms? No. If I look to the right of the equal sign, do I have any like terms? No. What side is the variable on? Left. Okay. On the left side with the variable, do I have anything added or subtracted from it? No. Is the variable by itself? No, it's not isolated. How is that 6 attached to that variable? Multiplication. What undoes multiplication? Division. So I want to divide both sides, and this is how we can show division when it's not a fraction. We're going to use the fraction bar as a division bar, and we're going to divide both sides by 6, because I'm trying to get rid of that 6. I'm going to make it go to 1. It goes to 1. It leaves me with 1x. And 42 divided by 6 is 7. Questions? Okay, I want to check it. Checking it, I've got 6x equals 42. What am I going to put in for x? 7. So I'm going to take 6 times 7, and I want to know if it equals 42. And sure enough, 6 times 7 is 42. It checked, so what is your answer? Is your answer 42 or 7? 7. It's what the x was equal to. Questions? Okay. The next one we want to do then is one that looks, here, I want you to do this one. Before we do another type, how about you guys do this one and check it against your neighbor when you have it finished. Work it, check it, and then check it against what your neighbor has. Okay? Negative 4x equals 52. Okay, tell me what you did first. Exactly, because there was no parentheses, no like terms on the left, no like terms on the right. The variable was on the left. There isn't anything added to the variable or subtracted from the variable. But the variable's hooked to the negative 4 by multiplication. The opposite of multiply is divide. So we're going to divide both sides by negative 4. So that gives me x. A positive divided by a negative is a negative. And 4 into 52 is 13. And then you should have went ahead and checked it. You have negative 4x equals 52. And hopefully you plugged in a negative 13. And we know a negative times a negative is a positive. 4 3s is 12, carry 1. 4 1s is 4, and the 1 I carried is 5. And sure enough, I got 52 equals 52. It checked, and what did you circle for your answer? Negative 13. Very good. Very good.